blowout, but it is a W. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Grab behind the line. It's Luna. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback on the keeper. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. At the 35, he's open. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
A first down for the offense. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
He'll run it again. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Harris back to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Looking to take a shot. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Wade. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on first down. Going to take a shot. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And Reese, listen, we already know. He already threw the interception in the last drive. We got to get this together. This is a couple bad plays that we put together now. If I'm an OC, I'm going to make the...
Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, you keep calling the run.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab on the left. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. It's first down from the 11th. The give to the tailback. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on second down.
Here we go.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They go to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Fourth down coming up.
Just 1 for 3 on fourth down today, but they'll try to move those chains with this play. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Kentucky. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of getting UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 22 over Missouri. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Grab near the marker is Hendricks. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Inside a minute to go here in the third. Pulls it and fires to the left. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field, too.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to run for it. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards too. Nice execution by this offense.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Harris will throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the route is on. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gage. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's got an open man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Dumps it off in the flats. puts him in the spin cycle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Harris back to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Back to the air one more time. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards. Makes the next down even easier.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Carolina, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lost the throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Fires downfield. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin them deep. Now on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress.
Looking for a huge play. And the ball is picked off.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Finds his big tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Second down coming up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's going up top here late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He gets a block. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.